Hey up guys, Nihilaster here. So yeah, Manga episode 5, and this time I was going to talk about an anime because I finally watched another one because I haven't watched anything in forever. So yeah, we're just going to talk about the first episode of new season of Bleach. So first episode of Thousand Year Blood War, or episode 367, whichever one you call it. I kind of like both. So yeah, God, I'm just so happy to have this back. The artwork looks fucking great on this. I remember when we get those new characters, Ryonosuke Yuki, and my first one was it's really looked more femme in the manga. Like when we had the cover panel of him and Ichigo, he looked more femme. But never mind. And I'm not gonna lie, when they all turn up and the whole crew shows up and starts fighting all the hollows, I just full on started fist bumping and cheering. It was just like, yes, fuck yes, we're back, guys. I said it like I was there when it was happening. I wasn't, but it's just even for me, the past few years have been so long. It's felt like forever since I read Bleach because I think I properly finished it like 2 years ago. It's just I haven't picked it up since. So it's just I mean, because it's been such a few long years, and Bleach was one of the first anime manga I really got into. Hell, like it's been so long. I got into it in like I started watching it in like May 2018, and the last volume of the manga didn't come out in English until August 2018. So it took so long to get out. Even I was there before it finished publishing. Literally, just about technically, though it was 2 years after it actually finished. So, whatever. And maybe I missed something, but it looked like Chad wrecked that entire tower block with his shot, and it's like, surely that would have killed everyone there. And yet, no one seemed to die, which kind of lost me. So I was just like, if they just done it where like the smoke, like the hollows hit the wall and there was just a smoke in the shape, that would make sense to me. But that kind of didn't. And then you get Uryu taking out the hollows, and he just nearly kills Ichigo while he does it. It's just like that's so fucking typical of Uryu. He's just like, yep, screw it. I don't care if you're there. I am so unemotional, and I don't care about my friends at all. But actually, I do. But I pretend I don't because I'm a fucking tsundere. And then we get to the next day. Well, actually, no, 2 days later, Ichigo, and they're all there. And Ichigo is initially like, oh, I'm not sure about this bread. And then Uri's like, you like Orihime's bread. And it's just like, Ichigo likes Orihime's bread. And I'm like, I just can't not see that as a dirty pun. It just sounds dirty. And I know how it sounds. And I love the dynamic of the group. I just love that they're just actual, normal high school friends. But also, like, they have such a no bullshit attitude to all this. They're like, yep, okay, we're just gonna get on with it. Like, Ebern, Emmett shows up, and he shows immediately just, like, yeets him out the fucking window. And then he goes off to deal with it himself while the rest are just there. And Orihime is just, like, happily munching on this bread. Not even, like, caring about, like, oh, hey, this villain just broke into a house. Like, nope, don't care. Carry on. So damn good reflexes, Orihime. Like, she knew Ichigo was gonna do that, so she just immediately opened a window before he even got to the foot to the face. So that's good. And then we get that fight with him and Eben. Oh my fucking god! There's that one panel that's so fucking creepy. Like, I don't remember it looking that weird in the manga. Like, that bit where he's like, "Your Pankai is mine now," and that's just a thing. But then, like, there's that one panel where it just goes from like normal to fucking horror, like fucking monstrous to look. I was like, oh, that's gonna haunt my fucking nightmares. And it, what I loved was it felt like the right adaptation in that it was like I feel like I'm reading the manga all over again. That's what a good adaptation is. And I love that Eben tries to take his Bankai, and Ichigo's just like, basically he's just like, bitch, you're the first villain in this arc and I'm a protagonist. No way I'm going down yet. Fuck off. And we also get the stuff with Yamamoto. And I love that line, just Yamamoto's line of, there is no need for security. I am here. There is no greater security than that. Which is ironic given that how everything goes, but still, I loved it. Just also I felt bad. Also, like, felt bad for Chojuro. Like, that sucked. Um, but I didn't mind. But like, I like that there were little bits they added in here and there. Like, there was only a few hollows in the manga, and then there's like this whole herd of them. Oh my god, I love the remix. Like, we heard it on the trailers, but that remix of number one is just so good. And that ending theme is fucking great. Of course, Bleach is basically every song is a banger. Like, there's only like 2 or 3 songs in their entire like opening credits and ending credits where I'm like, I'm not bothered about them. So yeah, great to have Bleach back. And Akane-Banashi chapter 33. I don't have much to say. It's so we get this entire facility, the Yasakate is they call it a Joseki. I am already lost, and it's somewhere where entire all kinds of rakugo can perform in, but people from all walks of entertainment life. And Akane's being an assistant, and then that dude who was being rude the past few times is like, then he compliments her, and he's like, I love it because it's such a surprise that he said something nice to her that she just kind of like freezes and is just like, what? You're being nice? This makes no sense. Cannot compute. And again, it feels like one of those things where like this feels like a filler chapter, but it doesn't. Like it would be a filler chapter, but because it's written so damn well, it doesn't. Doesn't feel like filler. It feels like actual plot relevant stuff is still happening, even in the more chill stuff, which is good. So yeah, I like that one. Obviously. Next we get Black Clover, chapter 340. Oh boy, I'm fine. I had to let that breath up. So we get the cover page teasing the upcoming movie entitled Black Clover Mahote no Ken, aka the Wizard King's Sword. I'm like, oh, I wonder which Wizard King this will be. Like, I assume it'll be the OG one, but like, there's 28 to choose from. I'm like, I could see them having plenty of random ones. Like, it'd be cool, like, if we get a temporary sword kind of thing. Like, I imagine, like, you know how these plots go for these things. Like, oh, we're in a random new place. There's a bunch of new characters. There's a new villain, and then we're gonna get something cool that's now gonna get referenced in the book, in the manga. So my guess is he's gonna get this sword and he's gonna use it once, and it's gonna shatter afterwards or something. That'll be cool. And so then we get the chapter starts with Asta nailing the basics of the technique, because of course he can, just chopping all those bamboo. And then he's like, what's his face? Ryu, yeah. So Ryu, yeah, you call him. He's like, with Zeton, what matters is being able to shove it out right when you want to. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I can't read that in a non-dirty fashion. It's just, that just is dirty. And then Ryu's like, okay, so to train, we're just gonna have you fight Ichika. And she's immediately obviously, Ichika's just like, fuck you. And it's like, oh, he's so getting his ass handed to him. And of course, she's basically flitting around and dodging all his attacks, and then just kicks him into the sky. And I love it. She just then grabs him and just literally like throws him over her shoulder, just yeets him to the floor, and it's just hilarious. And he's like, I need to find the open spot. And then she just like goes for a slice and cuts the entire bamboo forest in half. And it's just like, of course that happens. That's a thing you see in Shonen, but it's always fucking cool when it happens. And I'm just like, I want to hear Yami's reaction to Asta having to fight with his little sister. You know he's gonna like eat that shit up. Just like grab the popcorn. Like, ha! That he's gonna just be like, oh, you poor soul. That'd be fucking hilarious as well. Like, he's like, oh, you're fucked. And then of course we get the the matada, the not done yet moment from Asta, which I fucking love. I mean, I always love that. I mean, when I was at Hellfest this year, I was walking back, and we were all worried we weren't going to make the bus in time, and we were walking and just carrying all the stuff, and I just remember being like, getting so tired and frustrated and worried and everything. I literally just started yelling anime phrases. I literally yelled several times, Madara! Madara! Come on! And my friend, who has no idea what anime is, was just like, what the fuck are you on about? I'm like, I'm just saying anything to keep me going. So yeah, god, that was great. So yeah, if I ever meet Yuki Tabata, I am just gonna tell him that But that's a bunch of things. I love at the end, he just still does that Matata. He's like, I'm gonna carry on and fight you. And then she goes like, no, fuck you. Just bitch slaps him into unconsciousness. Just the sheer, just shut up, fuck off. Oh, it's so good. God, I felt tired. Now I'm starting to feel fucking awake now. And he's like, okay, so clearly he's gonna learn more about how Yorioku and Zeten work and how he can apply that to his swords. So, the real question is, what then? Is he gonna meet the Ryuzen 7 next chapter? Or at least one of them? I think he's gonna meet some. I think it's gonna be one of those things where you're gonna meet a bunch of them, and one of them is just not gonna show up for ages, kind of thing. So yeah, obviously I love this. So next is My Hero Academia 369. So we first got what I thought was All For One holding his brother in his arm, but no, it's the second All One For All wielder. And like, All For One is upset and crying, and it seems like it was just surprising for All For One. Also, one thing I don't get: why we still haven't seen his full face? Because at this point, it's like we've seen so much of his face. I don't get why like his face would be a reveal anymore. Because I don't think he's gonna look like anyone we know, which is what I expected for ages. Instead, he's just a guy. And then I'm interested why he's so angry that he had to kill him. I think maybe it's more that he just got frustrated that he was having to fight this guy, and he's like, I thought this quirk was dead, but no. And so it seems that the second wielder's quirk is gear shift, and back then it could only teleport small objects. I don't think teleport, but like telekinetically control. Back to it because I had to pause that. Yeah. So the second wielder's quirk is gear shift. I don't really get it. I honestly think I'm just too fucking tired to get it. Like my brain is just like right now. It can adjust speeds without being affected by inertia. I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore. I'm too tired. But what we get is fucking cool, because Deku charges up his next attack. I don't know why you're talking like this. Shiggy sees all the past wielders behind Deku, and then boom! That shot just fucking shatters through all the fingers, and Jesus! Deku just leaves this massive hole in Shiggy's chest. It's like, what are you trying to fucking outdo Ulquiorra when he went fucking murder on Ichigo? What is that? That line barely makes fucking sense. And then that's just this moment of holy fuck. You know he's not gonna die, but it's like, how the fuck is he gonna survive that? But then in this moment, he sends some psychic message to Spinner, who's just full on roided out right now. And given Spinner's ordeal as being the spokesperson, if he somehow motivates the remaining villains to join him in the fight somewhere, that'd be cool. I just want Spinner to get like shit to do. Like, it pisses me off about the anime, what it did to the villain arc. I just didn't watch it because everything I heard was bad. They just took Spinner's whole thing out. It's like, fucking hell, I like that. I don't know. I like Spinner, but the thing I don't get is like, how the fuck, like, she's meant to have all his quirks taken out at the moment. But it's like, how the fuck is he doing all this if he's not using quirks? Like I'm just kind of lost. But I don't know. We'll see. So then we get Moebana chapter 15. And so we get the continuation of the teacher's origin, and that his friend died, and he didn't want to do Ikebana anymore. It's like, ow, fucking ow. And then our main character Sukimo comes back to the group, and he's sad because he's never been in a competition before, and he just got his ass handed to him. So it's like, okay, yeah, not surprised. And then the teacher's surprised because that Sukimo still wants to carry on. He's like, yeah, why would you want to? You got defeated. And it's like, because you're a side character and he's a main character in this, so he has main character shonen level of determination, dude. So then Tsubame asks their teacher for help, to the shock of everyone. I think I realised the teacher's name is Utaro Akatsuki. Goes to see his friend's grandma and says it's the first time in 5 years he's arranged flowers, and they have this little chat, and it's like, you know what? That did get me in the feels. That did get me like feeling like that was a sweet little moment. And then we get the twist at the end. Where we find out Tsubame's. This is one of my few problems. Like Tsukumo and Tsubame having this kind of similar names, both beginning with Su, kind of throws me sometimes. And then we find out Tsubame's old partner was his brother, but his brother is dressed in a girl's uniform. So I'm like, is his brother trans? Is this a trans sibling? We getting that? I'm like, okay, I'll keep reading if you're giving me queer people. I'm interested. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere because it's a shonen, but I'm watching. And so then we get One Piece, finally, One Piece chapter 1062. So Vegapunk is a woman. I'm like, okay. And this version of Vegapunk traps people and holds them for ransom with all the weapons base. As you know, I think I am tired. And Frankie is just having the time of his life, and I'm loving it for him. Just watching him go crazy, like, oh my god, all this looks awesome. And then we get the big twist about Bonnie. We all thought she was Kuma's mom. Turns out, no, she's actually his daughter. So I'm like, alright. I'm guessing the old lady who was the queen was just her grandma? And she just, because of the aging fruit, she can look like her? That's what I would assume. And so her whole thing is she wants to kill Vegapunk as vengeance for what he did to Kuma, though it seems that Kuma did it on his own. So it's like, okay, we'll see. And so she also mentioned she met Sabo and Marijua, which makes me wonder, Sabo's probably going to turn up in this, and there's going to be something there. Or not between those two. Well, maybe, who knows. I mean, some kind of deal. Well, not deal, like he'll play a role in this, is what I mean. So they're in a room full of holograms in Vegapunk's island, and they're like, Bonnie says, we're talking about something out of a comic strip or a fantasy world. I'm like, did Bonnie like eat the meta Nomi? And I thought, actually, what would that be like if it was an actual fruit? Oh my god, that would just be, you would just be able to fully fuck up the rules of reality with truly godlike powers if you had a meta Nomi. Like, in universe, you could just write it off as you fuck around with the laws of nature to an insane degree, but it's just like, god, you just go full Deadpool. But as much as I love her, I would not want that. But I mean, I don't think she literally has a meta Nomi. It just came to my head thinking like, that'd be such a thing. We get another Vegapunk robot, and then we find out that there's 6 of them. We'll get back to that. So no, I love that shot of Luffy and Chopper trying to talk with their mouths full. It's fucking hilarious. Just them both being like, what? Blah 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 blah. So then we jump over to CP0, which is Rob Lucci, Kaku, and I can't remember her name, but she's the chick who was running the underworld but was a secret agent kind of thing. Discussing all this, that Vegapunk split himself into 6 beings to get more work done, which is like, fucking mood. And then it turns out they've been ordered by the government to return Kuma, the robot Kuma, to Vegapunk / Egghead Island, and then they had to kill Vegapunk, but Kaku doesn't want to get involved. So that's interesting. I don't think CP0 are going to be the main villains of this arc, but I think they'll obviously play a role in this. Like, I don't want to have Lucci's cool, but it's like, there's no point him having like a reunion with Luffy because he got defeated last time, and Luffy's so much more powerful. I don't really want to see a second round with them. Like, he already lost. Like, if someone like Chopper could fight him and we showed Chopper being powerful, that'd be cool, because Chopper just fucking tried to throw down with Queen, and that stood a bit of a chance. I think so I think this is the plot. I don't think we're going to get another big arc. I think we're going to have a smaller arc here on this island, and I'm interested to see that, given Kaku did kind of seem to regret everything at the end of Venice Lobby, maybe Kaku will turn good. I don't think he's going to be on like the Straw Hats, but maybe he'll betray the government somehow. Although if you're friends with Rob Lucci, you're kind of fucked in that because he would just straight up kill anyone, even if you are his friend. But we'll wait and see. I think we're gonna see some more of the Vegapunks next chapter, and just same as One Piece every week, just a shit ton of lore dump. But yeah, I think my favourite series is gonna be Bleach, just because I'm so fucking happy to have that back. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yep. Okie doke. I'll try and do another video this week before next week's whatever. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. I was gonna do the markiplier thing, but I can't. Alright, bye.